Yo, it's the Anything Goes podcast, man. It's your boy Sean Peepers. I'm here with the AGP fam, man. We got some discussion to do tonight, man. It's been a rough couple of weeks for the nation, and we're gonna tackle a little bit of it tonight with you guys, man. You guys ready to get this going on?
Hey,
Ready,
let's go.
ready.
Let's go.
Yes.
Got it. Yes, sir. Here we are again. Another day, another time, another dollar, so to speak. Lolina, what's going on with you, lady?
Today has been the Mondayest Tuesday ever.
Man,
But I made it.
imagine. Once
Well,
you
I'm
say
happy to
Monday
be
is
here.
Tuesdays, I already know what it means.
Yeah. So happy Tuesday, everybody. For Cherie. Hola, familia.
Yeah, shout out to Cherie, shout out to Dre. Yeah.
Cherie, drip, big up on herself.
Yeah. Oh Jeezy, what's going on with you?
Yeah, man. Tuesday, like Lola said, like I tell people all the time, that's because we say living and loving life. Don't mean it don't get hard sometimes. You know what I mean? The last past week, straight up tough. Yo, Dre, Cherie, we here. You know what I'm saying? We here supporting you. Prayers out all the time. Y'all be well. Waiting for you to get back. And Dre, waiting for you to see you in the comments section. Lighten it up.
Definitely. Man. Mr. Razor, what's going on with you, my boy?
Yo, over here. Like I said, Cherie, drip, big up on herself. Yeah, man, Dre put them in place, man. And in that comment, man, you know how I do. Yeah, but you know what? I felt like I haven't gave a proper weather report in a while. And
Hey,
before
man,
you start,
don't ruin our summer.
Go ahead, Razor.
listen.
You need to do
Summer
something.
just
You need to do
started.
something.
Here you go. Back to winter we go.
Listen, man. You know, I felt like since the summer has unofficially started, I haven't really came in and chime in on what's going on. So, like I said,
Give us the 411, man.
listen, man, the weather is looking good right now. It's a little hot, so it's summertime. Ladies, they y'all can start wearing the pom pom shorts and all that stuff out now.
What the world is wrong with this guy?
Hey, I took a tea bag out there this morning, some cold water.
It's
5 minutes later, I had a hot cup of tea.
This guy, bro.
it's officially beach weather. That's it.
Yeah, it's definitely summertime. It's definitely in Virginia, but look out for it to be back winter because this guy done spoke about it. That's how it usually goes. Whenever he puts his input, it usually go the exact opposite of what's going on.
You say you tipped the
Mother
scale
Nature
the wrong
is
way.
Not this time. I'm right.
You tipped the scale the wrong way.
Yeah, man. So before we get into talking about this shooting over there in Texas, the mass shooting in Texas. You guys been paying attention to what's been going on in the media with comedian Monique and comedian DL Hughley?
No, I've been. Hey, so this past weekend, Memorial Weekend, normally, I'm down south in Florida doing my thizzle, but I was off the grid this weekend. Did some gardening, so I kind of missed everything. So if y'all want to fill me in,
You found out you got a green thumb.
I mean, I don't know how green, but I got a thumb.
It's black and white.
Hey.
Well,
Go ahead, fill him in, Loli.
so I guess they were on a show together, and Monique said she was supposed to be the headliner, which means she's supposed to close the show. But then I guess when she got to the show, DL was closing the show, so he was considered the headliner. So she done called him a BAN, and they've been going back and forth posting their contracts and this and that. Well, I don't know.
That's so something like that though. That's not. So I look at it, it's not either one of their fault as to who got the spot, right?
That's particularly very true.
Yeah.
But before we even get to that part of it, you notice anything about the comments on social media and the comments that both of them has made? Only one of the person out of everybody is being disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
Only her.
And it's the
So
same
okay,
person that's always being
so
disrespectful.
she's wilding out then. So she's wilding out.
He said, look, he said first it was this person, then it was that person, then it was that person. Now it's me. You must be the problem.
I mean, and to be honest, sometimes I was looking at Monique and I'm like, man, they do need to give her a chance. They're blackballing her and all this stuff. But the more I've looked into the situation, is more I'm like, Monique, it looks like you're the problem. It looks like you're the one that's doing all this stuff. So I can't look the other way anymore. I have to look directly at you because you have been creating all this problem.
Going off.
But you know what I'm scared of? People that weaponize black femininity. I'm scared of those people. And every chance she get, that's what she does. She go out there and they're trying to stop black women, trying to stop black women.
Yeah,
black people, but she's the one that's always on camera attacking black people. But
so she's abusing it, in other words, when it suits her, I guess.
She was being the aggressor in this situation. And like you said, like
Sherry,
they don't make their own contract, right? Yeah. Like they getting hired for this. And so then he posted his contract and she posted hers, but I guess hers was the day before. So he was like, oh, what a difference a day makes.
I mean, it could be a little tongue in cheek with it. Listen, neither one of them wrote the contract in essence, but they both negotiated their position. Yeah. So whatever you signed, you signed. Mm-hmm. So, whether hers was a day early, his was a day later. Okay, his was a day later. He got the spot. And either way, you're both professionals. I mean, behave in a dignified way. Go give the people a show, and afterwards go discuss with the people about why they wrote the contract that way, why he headlined and you didn't. And next time, don't do their show if they don't give you the headline. But you don't have to go out there and be an ass about it. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
And that's the thing, man. Like Sean said, she's weaponizing her femininity, and like you said, that's a very dangerous thing because it was real simple. Because you look like if Monique had called him, he was willing to talk to her. That. Yeah,
I listened to him today. He said not one time did she come to him instead of going on social media. Right. And going on stage and disrespect him. He was like, this what he said actually was, it's a thing that comedians do when they don't want to close, they don't go on the stage. They take a long time to go on the stage. So the closer will see the crowd getting agitated. The closer will get nervous and be like, yo, let me go out there and just do my thing because I don't want these people to start walking out on me and get upset with me as the closer. So he was like, he didn't do that. So she eventually went out there and then she eventually started doing her gig and then she went into disparaging. He was like, yo, start disparaging Steve Harvey, start talking about my wife. He said, not one time did she come there and say like, hey, DL, these people promised me they could close the show. I could close the show. Now they saying you're going to close the show. Let's work something out. And he was like, if she had came to him and said that, he would have gave her the show because he was like, listen, there's plenty of times he had a chance to work with her and he turned it down. He's like, his team was telling him not to work with her, but because everybody else was saying she getting a second chance and it would look bad for him as a black man still not trying to work with her, he went out there and took the chance. And the same time he took the chance, she hit him. She even started bringing up old stuff where he was, she invited him to her house at a Mike Tyson fight. So you know how long that was. Back in the day, she was under her table and all type of crazy stuff. I was like, yo, this chick is.
Oh, he didn't show up, so she mad still? Oh, so she mad then.
She's torn.
Wait, was it her birthday? Because her birthday.
She would do like it's her birthday, huh?
It was her birthday.
I'm gonna hold a grudge about my birthday.
You say if they don't show up for your birthday, it's all right to be upset. All right.
Yeah, you can be angry to the day you die. If they miss your birthday, you can be mad.
Sheree, hey, listen.
If you was hosting a fight party, no.
So listen though. So you know how it is. Some people where it seems like no matter where they go, trouble seems to follow them. Like no matter who they interact with, it always turns out to be a bad situation where it's just like whether it's an argument, a fight, or just just uncomfortableness, just stuff that's just not cool all around, and they're just always in the middle of it. No matter whether they're with your friends or their friends, if they're in a professional setting or a private setting, you know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, they always seem to come out with something wrong, and there's always somebody doing something to them. But when you take a look at it, everybody can't necessarily be wrong.
Right.
You're the common denominator in the whole situation, right? You're the common thread in that whole thing. So I don't know. It speaks for itself, I guess.
And that's where you got to start looking at, like, if it quacks like a duck, it probably is a duck,
Yeah.
So
you know what they're saying? Jamaican get what a duck get after a while.
It walks, it quack up, man. You got to call it. You got to see it for what it is, and that's my position on it now. That was never my position before, but now it is.
I'll be honest with you, I never really followed her or just, she's a good comedian.
I remember
Netflix and all that happened.
Yeah, I heard about the Netflix thing.
Yeah.
It's everybody's doing it to her. But I just feel like, like how when the conversation was had about how Will Smith should have handled with Chris Rock, like, this wasn't even an altercation or nothing. Like, you could have had a conversation. You could have talked to the man. Now, had you talked to him and he blew you off and then you felt some type of way, that would be different. But if
you'd have had good cause.
That's just like, never mind.
Toya, big up yourself.
Don't hold back.
She up on I mean, and we don't know for a fact all of what happened. Well,
right.
We're going off of
speculation.
We taking they taught us this early in our school ages, in about first or second grade. We taking educational guesses here.
Yeah.
One person is the common. Me and OG was doing math earlier today, and we decided that 1 + 1
equals 2.
So
whether you like it or not, that's what was equal.
I don't think that's what the answer was. Y'all did not come up with that. Y'all stop it.
Hey, I mean, we theorized. I mean, we said it was easy math. 1 + 1, 2.
Listen, man, I believe that answer was more like 6.
That sound like your math equation.
You carried it 1.
Hey, look, it sounds like his math equation and that little focus he got over there to the side. Joey, what's going on with you, lady?
Your math a little fuzzy, bro.
Yeah, it's right.
Math ain't mathing.
Hey, man, that's not what it says in my folder right here.
Oh, here you go with the folder again. She gotta look inside her own self, and figure out what is her personal problem with the world.
I hate to say this, but she might need to go get some therapy.
Yeah,
therapy is good.
People don't realize it. You just need to talk it out. When you talk it out and somebody's listening, it's refreshing. Go talk it out. Go talk it out.
You know what?
Talk it out. She talked it out to the audience.
Yeah, she did.
They're gonna hype you up and they're gonna give you bad feedback. Don't listen to the audience.
No. Don't you pick up yourself.
I
heard people in the camp, like people that was videotaping it. I heard some people was like, "Whoa, what? Yo, she's snapping."
It's escalated quickly.
Yeah, they was like, "What? All of this? What's going on with all of this?"
They was like, "This is not comedy. This is not what I came here for."
Yeah,
but I'm sure it was cringeworthy. I'm sure people was like cringing, like, "Whoa, what is this?" We came for the jokes.
Right.
Make a joke about them or something.
But sometimes this was when you have people around you that just agree with you and nobody could really check you and say, "Hey, you're wrong," and I feel like she probably have people around her that's always telling her yes, instead of somebody really checking her, but like you said, Sharp, man, hey, she might need some counseling, somebody to give her the honest truth.
She might need an intervention.
Yeah,
she might need somebody.
But the issue with a person like her, she seems like she has a strong personality anyway.
Yeah,
and I think whoever's around her, more than likely, unless they're really strong, is going to bow to whatever she's putting out. Anyway, so she has a strong personality, and now we got some sisters that's just gonna let it go. They're gonna beat you down with words all day long. They're gonna tie you up and throw knots at you, right? So she one of them sisters right there. That's gonna give it to you all day.
Calling it all type of B words.
Yeah, you gonna be all type of mama's little effort, all kind of stuff, man.
his wife doing this, his
Yeah,
wife.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah, you
like everything bad.
hey,
She
if
went
you
far
did,
with
you
it.
went
Like,
out there and said anything
damn.
Yeah,
about her,
it'd have been a different
yeah,
thing.
they would have
Yeah,
disrespected.
yeah.
They
Because
would
if
have.
he
Yeah.
had
He'd
hit
have
back
been
the way she
canceled. He
did,
would have
Yeah.
been canceled. Straight
Yeah.
up.
I'm glad he didn't though. I'm glad
Yeah,
he
I thought he was, but I'm glad he
Wow.
didn't.
Now, big ups to him, man, for holding it and maintaining it. Because it's hard sometimes when somebody is out in public maligning your character, even just saying bad stuff about you, to actually be composed and maintain
it
and
is.
reply, you know, with your own
Hard
stuff and be
But
somewhat
it ain't in
dignified about
public.
it. It's hard. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
it's one of the most difficult things
Yeah.
to you know. The problem is sometimes when people say stuff about people, sometimes it be true and it bother them. But
Yeah.
to know that somebody's saying stuff about you that's not true and just trying to destroy your character, sometimes it
Yeah.
takes
It's easy to cuss somebody out. You don't realize it's easy to cuss somebody
Yeah.
out. The easiest thing to
Yeah.
do.
Especially if you fluent in cuss words.
Yeah.
Like,
See, there you go.
Huh?
If you got a bunch of F stored in your pocket somewhere,
Every other
a bunch
word.
of B's.
Hey, I figured it out. I figured out what she did.
What happened?
She was so irrelevant that she has a chance to be, pop some
Oh,
buzz in
so
the
she
news.
started a beef.
Yeah, so she
Oh,
just
man.
created something,
oh,
man.
so people keep talking about her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like the rappers starting beef, huh? Where there's no beef. I got you.
All publicity is good publicity, baby.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
I don't think much of you with this one.
Her
Sorry.
name is buzzing again, so
Yeah. She about to launch back the Parker's Family Part 2. She about to hit him with the Queens of Comedy Part 2. She gonna
hey, she about to come out with an album.
I'm not going to see a show anytime soon if that's how she behaves.
yeah,
Not an album.
she was out of pocket for that. But
Definitely.
let's talk about this mass shooting that took place. First, we'd like to send our condolences out to the family in Buffalo and also the family in Texas for the elementary school. These kids that lost their life tragically the other day. It's a sad situation to see stuff like this happen, man. These kids and two teachers, and now a husband that they said he died of having a heart attack of realizing the death of his wife, and it's just sad, man.
Freaking sad.
We have to have a conversation, guys, and we have to have a conversation about what's taking place in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You can't put brave in a car. I mean, there's nothing brave about this right now.
Yeah. So they were talking about some of the officers didn't go inside with to save the kids, and they were talking. They were saying a lot of stuff about the officers. They were saying the officers should have went in there, should have ran into the rooms. Of course, we heard that they was standing out there while kids was being slaughtered. So I want to hear you guys' opinion on what you guys think. Do you think that these officers should have entered? If so, if not, why not? And we'll, I guess, take the conversation from there.
Hey, I mean, all right. So I look at this. Anywhere you cut and slice the spies is a difficult thing, because like you say, officers running in a building where he's potentially could lose his life, and that's a high possibility. But at the same time, that's what you protect and serve to do. So sometimes you got to.
I don't contract. I want to be clear. Police officers, and none of them said that was on the contract when they signed to be officers.
So sometimes you got to protect and serve, and But I mean, like I said, it's a difficult thing. But I mean, to sit there and I think they should have been better prepared for stuff like that. And on my part, I see that just a lack of preparedness and readiness to confront these kind of situations, because it seems like they took eternity to even get into that building. And when you have something like that with an active shooter, that's a lifetime of somebody being in that building. So like I said, the preparedness was off for me. I think there could have been more, should have been done, and hey, they should have let the parents go in, because I heard parents wanted to go in to save their kids, so let them go in and bomb rush it. Um, we
Yeah, come on, guy.
we know we know that, but we know that when there's an active shooter or something, just from experience, that to sit stagnant is not going to help the situation. You have to do what you have to do. But
And what clearly is that to run in? Well, actually, y'all heard who actually went in there and killed him, right? It
Off
wasn't.
duty.
No, it was the feds.
yeah,
I thought it was an
What was
off.
that, Border Patrol?
It was the feds.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
an answer.
Go ahead.
So at work, right, we have to do all these, them trainings that you watch on the computer, blah blah blah, right? And so typically I do them all for my entire staff because we're very very busy. And so on the active shooter one that I have taken a whole bunch of times now, it says that the police, their very first job when they arrive on the scene of an active shooter is to stop the shooter. How can you stop the shooter from outside?
Thank you.
Well, you have to assess the situation before, and you can't run into a shooter not knowing what you're facing. You're gonna go into death. It's easy, you know. For a guy that's been in a few gunfights, it's easy for somebody that'll tell you that, yeah, I'll just go do this. Most people that say that'll never do it because you don't know if you're going home that night
Mhm.
or that day. It takes a couple of seconds for you to be dead, or for you to kill somebody, or for everything to go awkward. You have to have people there that assess the situation, that know what's going on before you run in. Think about if that was your husbands, your fathers, your brothers and sisters, that was officers reaching the scene. A guy in there using an AR-15 at will, and they have small arms up against him. First type of training anybody have is you never take a handgun up against an AR-15 ever, ever. You don't do it.
So do we feel like that? I understand that, but how long do they assess, or from this situation alone? Yes, I get they have to assess the situation. You don't want to run into it blind, but you don't go into it at all.
I don't think
Like,
they was. I
I
don't
think,
think they was really assessing. I think they were scared.
yeah,
so that's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
That's
This
what it
is,
comes
yeah,
down to.
of
yeah,
course, anybody would be scared because we're all human.
Yeah,
Like, you they lying. People who like, oh, I would have did this
yeah.
and I would have did this.
Everybody always would have did this
Right.
because they
That's
never gonna
that's
do it.
not true. But
Yeah.
I just think that, like Razor was saying, like, of course, oh, it'll never happen to me or it'll never happen here. Like, that's the kind of way that we have to get out of thinking, because yes, it will, yes, it can, yes, it does.
All
And
the time.
so in those situations, like, something needs to be like, okay, we y'all don't see what we see. There needs to be some kind of plan in place. There needs to be some kind of, protection for these kids, protection for these teachers. Like, when you shouldn't, nobody wants to go into, like, school is not a battlefield. So,
Sure.
like, when police are going into situations where it's, something could possibly happen to them, they signed up for that. These kids signed up to go learn, not to be, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if
That's
I signed up to die. I think
yeah.
well,
I mean,
you
yeah. I
signed up
mean,
for that job, which everyone knows is
you.
possible.
I signed up to protect and serve with the possibility of dying. I didn't sign up to run in a building while somebody's shooting, not knowing if I can able to take that suspect out or not. There's a option that I have to weigh now before I go take on somebody, which any human would do. Am I gonna run and take something on that I know I can't beat, or am I gonna assess the situation or get somebody in there? I think it was mostly. I don't even think what I'm saying. I don't think they were doing any of that. I think they were scared.
Mhm.
And I think it's a small town. They never had anything like this happen before. And they were scared with the velocity of weapon. They knew, they hearing the shots, they realized the type of weapon it was, and they were shook. That's what I really think happened. I'm just coming
So
up
that's
with
how the feds got
white devil
involved.
scenario, playing white devil's
Educated
advocate.
guess.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Well, let me go. Let me go. What they really should have did as police officers, right? Because you got kids in school. First of all, could be your kids too. There is no scenario under which I see they should be standing around. No scenario under which they should be standing around. It's one of him. He in there with all those kids. Y'all got to overwhelm him. He in there with all them kids.
How you know they know it's one of him?
They saw him walk in there.
Well, no, the person that saw him walking there, he gunned them down.
He shot somebody.
Yes, he shot the officer. That's the point I'm trying to make to y'all. The officer took him on and he gunned the officer down.
Right. So here's the thing, though.
He had he had kids that called in. That
I was about to get to that. I was about to get to that.
Stories from kids, they don't know. They piecing all this together. So we got to stop thinking.
Yeah, a kid saying I'm shot, and they talking on the phone. Yeah,
they're piecing this together. One kid telling you that it's one person here. They don't know if there's other classrooms of people with other people in there. I'm just
get all that.
Here's what I'm saying.
From the beginning of the situation, it's like this is not new. This is happening everywhere. This is happening multiple times. In multiple places. There should be a plan.
No, the
plan. They did have a plan.
No,
the plan was to go in there and take him on, but they were scared.
Yeah, but the training is though. The training is when you get on site, you go to the shooter. You don't wait around. You go to the shooter because you waiting around. He killing people.
That's what my active shooter training says.
Exactly. You go to the shooter. Period.
But as they also train you to assess the situation. You don't go just because it says go to the shooter. It's not saying go to the shooter and take him on. It's really saying go to the shooter, assess the situation, because you can go in a battle that you can't win.
But 40 minutes or an hour to an hour, that's
time frame don't really matter when it comes to
19 people. You can't let one guy sitting there, man.
What I'm saying
is 40 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour.
It's easy for us to be what I hear the white guys on ESPN say on when they're doing sports. What they say?
I mean Monday morning quarterback.
Monday morning quarterback.
I'm not even quarterbacking. I'm saying as a professional, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying I would do it.
Exactly, that's the point.
That's why I ain't no police.
I'm not a cop, and I wouldn't choose to be a cop because that's not me.
That's why I'm not running.
I don't know.
People. That's why I'm not telling that. That's why you're never gonna hear me say up here. Me and Razor had this conversation before, and the same thing I told Razor. People were scared, and I'm not gonna condemn somebody for not running in a building.
Yo, I don't think people condemn them. I think, come on, anybody can reasonably say wait for an hour, 40 minutes, 35 minutes. We know you heard 1 shot, 2 shot, 10 shots, or whatever. You hear shots firing, that means he's killing people. So what we gonna sit around and wait?
When I run in there and he killed me, what?
People gotta go. I mean, that's a job they chose. They chose that job. They chose that job. They chose that job.
They chose to protect and serve. I don't think they chose to die.
They know the possibility was there. When the time comes, you either stand up or put up or shut up.
They could die, but they made a choice not to die.
But when the time comes, you either put up or shut up. When the time comes, you either put up or shut up when the time comes.
That's easy for you to say.
I'm saying when they chose, that's their job. They chose to
shut up.
I heard.
They chose to shut up. You say put up or shut up. They chose to shut up.
But yeah, all I'm saying,
they succumbed to their fear, like you say. I don't think they made no choices, no decisions. It was just, oh my God, this is what's happening. And
I agree that they were shell shocked. I agree they were shell shocked. But I'm saying though, you have that job. That's your responsibility, though. I'm not saying what I would do. I'm saying you have that job. That's your responsibility, not mine. Your responsibility. You chose that job, so you need to get in there and do what you got to do.
But
I don't agree with that, man.
They didn't choose the job. They chose the job, though.
Yeah, they did chose the job, but I'm not gonna say that they should run into a building blindly.
Nobody say blindly.
Now the scenario is that the feds went in there. That the guys there that was capable of doing the job was held back by the lead officer there, which obviously they fired now. But they held the feds back from doing their job too. Now that is what I have an issue with now. Now people that are willing to go in, that you're stopping them from going in with the capability of doing a way better attack. So before I even get to that, I have a conversation with a friend of mine. He's a cop. And he went to SWAT training, and he's giving you the scenario. He's giving me the differences between SWAT training and a regular cop training. He was like, "There's no way on earth that that regular cops should not be trained the same way SWAT officers are trained because they can't. He said just the thought of what's going on, because he got kids, and he's saying the same thing. He said, "Bro, I don't know if I've been there. I'm an Army vet. I've been to Iraq, been to Afghanistan. I don't know if I'm running in a building." He was like, "That was different. So I was shooting at targets. Sometimes I wasn't seeing." But he's like, "I know I'm going into a room. I'm going to a small urban area. Even though I was SWAT trained, it's a big possibility that I'm not coming out of there. So I don't know if I want to do that." And he's a cop. This is a cop telling me this. So that's why I'm playing these scenarios to y'all for y'all.
Everyone's human.
What's going on?
Yeah, but that was part of my assessment. It was like a training, and like you said, and look at the like you said, the lead cop, he held he told him not to go in.
But the funny thing is
though, because he told them not to go in. Now, if officers want to go in, you should allow them to go in. But he, like you said, he held them from going.
Yeah, and I'm listening to some law enforcement people talk today.
Like you saying, they were equipped to do what needed to be done, and he.
I ain't trying to hear none of that bull crap with them people saying on TV, because that's just show.
But not even that. So the thing is, though,
law enforcement homeboys, let them tell you the real.
Yeah, so I'm talking about though how they say, okay, the active shooter thing. When you get on scene, you're supposed to go to the shooter. Like the dude the dude down in Florida that he didn't go. He was like around the corner behind the building or something. He didn't go up, and there was
another school. Remember, they was ridiculing the one officer for not going in there, and they were talking about he should have went in there, and that's he signed up for the job, and that's when a lot of people was coming out and say he didn't sign up to die.
Well, yeah. So I mean, I guess you have to choose what you're gonna do. I guess when you're gonna do it, that's you choose if you're gonna do it or not. I mean, some people are not gonna do it.
Remember when we went into the military?
Yeah,
they pumped your head up to feel superior and unfair. And after a few years of being in the military, you start realizing that this is trash.
I mean, you knew better than that.
No, you didn't at the time.
I mean, I'm saying
they had us fooled. Now, realizing that this is trash. What?
Yeah, it's a setup, man. It's a setup.
Everybody needs some kind of at this point. There needs to be some kind of plan for every place that people go. Like, this is ridiculous.
There's nowhere in America that is safe. Every place got hit. Movie theater got hit. Church got hit. Grocery store, school, swimming pool, concerts. Every single thing got hit. There's nothing that malls. Everything.
In my line of work, people always ask, "Is it safe?" My answer is always, nowhere on earth.
No, it's not safe. No, nowhere safe.
We know it ain't safe here. But before we get back to the conversation, my homie just text me and tell me I'm playing white devil's advocate great tonight.
Cheers to you, man.
Hey, I was like, I'm always playing white devil's advocate great.
We're gonna get a white face for you soon. When's your birthday?
Time was of the essence with this scenario. I believe officers were not properly trained for this type of situation. They responded in a matter of disbelief. They were shocked.
They were shocked.
And then you holding back. You holding back parents too, man. Come on.
It's a small town that there's not a lot of people live there, so you can imagine these fools, these Barney Fifes, telling each other, "I don't know if Swan, I can't leave Swan and the kids like this. I can't. Swan and the kids need me."
It wasn't Barney. It was
LMA just turned 4 last week.
Sounds like they may have just frozen, because if you think about it, no one goes to work, cop or not, thinking someone is going to shoot up a school.
Yeah, they don't. Even though it happens so much, nobody really thinks that. That's why we still send our kids to school and don't think twice about it most of the time. Because if you really think twice about it, the moment you drop them off, you turn back around and go pick them up.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. A minute of gunshots it's like a lifetime. Right. So imagine them kids in those rooms and just getting blasted, and then to stop and they call 911 people. I mean, kids in there that bled out that could have survived. Yeah. The kids. So I look at the kids didn't have no weapons. The cops had weapons. So I think it was them that should have went in there. The kids didn't have no weapons. The cops had weapons. So they got to go and get the kids, man. That's how I look at it.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. my kid wasn't in there, I'm not going in there.
But that's
I
why
mean, it's a decision people have to make. It's a calculated decision people have to make.
You know, I think I played my role over the years of being in the military. I've realized certain things happen in life that's different for people. I think when you start realizing your mortality, and I think a lot of people don't realize that, so they live in a state of, yeah, everybody gonna die one day. But when you start realizing your mortality, you start fearing death. Like, I used to didn't care about dying at one point. Now I start realizing my mortality. Death has me shook all over again. Like, it was like I'm just learning about that. But the reason I'm saying this is that I'm not gonna run into a gunfight knowing that it's a possibility that I can lose unless I have to take that fight on.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I know these officers sign up to be police officers, but there wasn't a signing up in the military contract or a police officer contract that I'm signing up to die. We know dying does come with that at times, but you don't really sign up to die.
now, nobody signed up to die, but you signed up to do the job though. And when you know you there for a job for, let's say, there for 10 years, you get that one time when you got to show up and do something, and it don't get done.
Super.
That's how.
I mean, they've been arrested. They arrest black people for years. They've been doing their job. That's what they're.
That's what I'm saying. So to me, they shoot people without guns.
That's what they're here to do.
No.
That's not funny.
Got guns, and people got guns, and they're gonna shoot them. I mean, make that make sense to me. You got 19 guys on one guy, and you tell me they couldn't run in there and overwhelm him? One guy?
I mean, they shoot black people with no guns in cars all the time.
All the time.
I mean, I guess that's not really helping my case, but whatever.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So I mean,
Hey,
these guys, 19 guys, and nobody had the gumption, the guts out of 19 dudes.
Nope.
I can't believe that, bro. That's hard for me to believe.
Read these slowly.
Just today, another shooting happened during a high school graduation.
It was 11 since that.
17.
17 now.
Yeah, this morning I checked it out. 17 since that
11
last week.
So that means a couple of them happened over the weekend. Then.
Oh yeah. The weekend was packed.
Yeah, because Philadelphia had 23 shooting, 17 dead, and a couple in the hospital.
It's crazy.
Higher level, big up yourself. Sherelle, big up yourself. Forgot to big y'all up. My bad. Read that slowly.
The same thing happened at Columbine. It took the cops over 40 minutes to enter the school. That's a long time. If you think about it, 40 minutes is a long time.
And after that's when they change rules. After that, that's when they change. You gotta go and go get them.
Especially with when you got a semi-automatic weapon, that's.
And so they were thinking this barricaded subject thing. You know, when these guys go into school, they're not going there to negotiate. They're going there to just shoot and kill. That's your goal. Well, whether they come out alive or not, they're going there to kill.
They're going there to kill, but
they ain't negotiating with nobody.
The rule is for you to try and get them out there without having to kill. I mean, y'all reading the rules y'all see on the internet, but it's not really what these guys are being taught. They're not being taught to go give their life up. They're being taught to try.
I mean, you're not supposed to give your life up. You got to do strategic. You got to go in there with strategy, though.
They're being taught.
We know what they're being taught, all right.
They're being taught to go assess the situation, see if they can take it on, maybe take on the situation at hand.
You ever heard the saying, study long, study wrong? They study too long.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
Lou, big up yourself.
When they training, how long do you assess? What kind of is this?
They got official rules, man. They got rules.
For me,
is it like the SATs or what?
I'm gonna assess until the feds show up. Let y'all know that now.
Till somebody else come and get this. I ain't got it
in there. I'm assessing until the feds show up, and when they show up, they in charge.
Where was this?
Yeah,
whatever.
It's a lack of training. Can you tell me nobody in that department had the training?
But I think
come and do what
all the training in the world, you.
That's what I'm saying. You get all the training in the world,
and it's do I really
You can train all day, but when it comes time to put up,
I don't know.
Yeah, you can train all day. You can train forever.
And they said the top cop. They said he just got his position too. So
And not even that. My point is, and what I'm trying to bring to y'all is, I got a few cop friends, is that it's easy to say stuff to do until it's time to do it. And it's easy to cast judgment on people when we're never going to be in the situation that they're being.
I'm not judging them. All I'm saying is they chose the job. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they did chose the job.
I just think
they
that
also
the
chose
assessment should be so
not
long.
to die that day also.
They should have called the feds when they was on their way
I
because
think the feds was there with them
But the crazy thing is,
they
he
just
shot
said,
down the street
they
somewhere. He
backed
shot
out.
down the street. Then he went to the
Damn.
school.
See what happened is he when I guess when he took over the scene, he had authorities over the feds now.
Yeah.
So he made them stand down.
yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good policy. That's one of my big issues right there. If you got a different entity or group that are trained better than you to take on this situation, you should let them be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, what he was telling them to hold on for, like,
And
that's
say you don't have to hold on. No one person have to hold on. They go. Anyone could go in if they want to. They don't have to hold on.
Come on, especially hearing shot ringing, going off. Like, come on,
it's very very sad. But I get it because even like in any kind of work, you can read everything, you can learn what it say you're supposed to do, but you never actually really know until you're doing it.
Exactly.
So we say it all the time on here. We can't say we're gonna do it until we get there. But all I'm saying is they chose the job.
Except for a few things I can say.
They chose the job. That's all I'm gonna say. They chose the job. If you don't like the job, leave the job. You're not gonna do the job. That's what I'm saying. Y'all harass people every day.
That was probably
do the real job.
That they felt like maybe I made a wrong decision in my career.
At that point, too late, bro. You in there? Too late. Too late to apologize.
Too late. Yeah. Hey man, listen.
I see some more comments.
I mean, I sympathize with everybody, man. But just parents outside. And
really, it doesn't sound like you sympathizing at all right now. It sounds like you're trying to encourage manses to run in buildings and whatever happened to them.
I'm saying, go in there, 19 people, go in there, go get that son of a beat. Go in there, go get him. Go get him what he's looking for.
All right,
that's what I'm saying.
Did y'all see his mom?
Oh man. And she gonna say forgive him. Forgive him for what? He kill all people kids. Forgive him about what?
They could raise him back from the dead and let him go again.
He better go talk to Jesus about forgiveness.
I would like to see his grave after drinking a 6-pack of Heineken. You know what's happening. That's
somebody probably leave some brown stuff on it. Hell.
Read these, Lola.
Lou said he getting his concealed weapon, his concealed carry license back.
Listen, man, we gotta stop this nonsense. A good shoot. What do Republicans say?
A good guy with a gun. They had 19 good guys in the hallway.
Good guys in a gun does nothing. He gunned the last 2 major shooting that happened. The shooter gunned the good guy down with a gun.
Yeah. That's a farcical argument, man. Yeah, about go get a good guy with a gun.
It's really a garbage argument.
It's a garbage argument.
Yeah.
This is why I do not rate a single police officer. They tough and train until it's time to stop a school shooter. Then it's wait and see.
Wait and see.
Come on, man.
And tell the feds to wait too.
Yeah.
I've been in gunfights in the streets for bull. These trained men have no excuse.
Lou, I think you need to go be
This is just a scenario no matter what.
How about they wait and see with unarmed black man?
Right.
That's a good policy.
Where's wait and see at that time?
The guy had a gun walking to the school and nobody bust some shots at him. But if a black man without a gun will get shot at for running.
You're selling the wrong narrative.
Really?
The officer did take the guy on and he shot the officer down. Stop it.
Really?
Yes, really.
No, hey, yeah, that one finally got to him. Finally got to him. Come on, man.
I gotta take this serious though. You read this one already, Lo?
It's so sad. We got to laugh a little, bro. We'll sit here and cry, bro. I'm speaking for myself anyway because it's sad.
Yeah, man.
Straight Firefighters die every day doing their job. That's true.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah. Some of them ain't going in the building either.
They be like, let me assess for 36 minutes.
The last big fire that we heard about, remember half of the firefighters they went in the building. They say that no way we're going in there.
I guess blue lives matter over black lives and children lives, and don't let it be black children.
Oh yeah.
I already know that, man. Listen, man.
I
Nitty,
mean,
pick up yourself, homie.
this was majority Hispanic children.
This is it.
So,
It's
I
very
don't, you know.
saddening. And then like his what was it, his grandfather or something? He was like, oh, if I had known he had that, I would have reported him.
Yeah.
But I had a question though.
All right, so
18 years
here's
old.
what we're doing. We're tackling stuff that we shouldn't even be in the place to tackle.
Yeah, we shouldn't be.
We shouldn't have to worry about a cop being scared to go take on an AR-15.
Yeah.
Because even
Why
though
y'all
I
let him
own
get
two,
that?
even though I own two, we ain't supposed to have no fucking AR-15.
Yeah, it's a
Y'all
weapon.
saw
No,
the guy from Catfish. He made like a video of what, like, you know how they're saying for women to, like, about the abortion thing, you got to go jump through all these hoops. You might have to go to another state.
Yeah,
you got to
but you ain't
present
gotta
this
jump
ID and
through
prove
to
this
get an
and prove
AR-15.
that. They said, oh, that's what they need to do for the people who trying to buy these guns too. To make the process be, you got to go through this and jump through that hoop.
Yeah, the
Basically,
second
everybody-
amendment. The Second Amendment is infallible.
it can't be stopped.
It's rock solid. There's nothing to be changed about it or modified about it. That's a cock amendment.
And then y'all heard the dummy say the school should just have one way in and one way out. That's the way that
that's-
we can.
Oh, so you got a
no,
fire
no.
now. People are trapped in
No,
school. Are they crazy?
The ex-dummy,
Come on.
ex-dummy of the United States that so many black people seem to claim they're gonna vote for if he runs again. Yeah, good job with that.
One way in, one way out.
One way out. So
That's
now
crazy.
the shooter know exactly where to go
Yeah.
to stop you from leaving the
All he
building.
gonna do is friggin' set a funnel and just trap everybody in it. Trap
Hey,
everybody, and then what?
we know a couple of spots that we went to that we say we ain't going back because it's one way in, one way out.
I see that.
You gotta know.
Days,
You gotta know at
young
least
days,
two
I ain't
exits wherever you at.
Hey, that's what I
young
teach my
days, I
kids.
ain't care.
When you go in spot, find the exits. You go and you sit at the bar, whatever, know where the exits are. You gotta know where they are. You go to the movie theater, know where the exits are.
Should those cops have went in there and saved the kids? Of course they should have. But at the end of the day, we gotta assess that we're all humans. And humans have different life.
Hindsight is 2020, bro. Hindsight is 2020. We can look back and say what should have been done, but
Exactly.
at the end of the day,
Easy for
it's
me
just
to
sad.
say. It's easy for me to say I'll be a hero when I don't have to be a hero.
You ain't gonna get me a sit up and say that.
It's easy for me, you know. At one point, I used to do certain reckless things. It's easy for me to say I can still do them, but knowing that I've elevated myself in life, would I still do it?
Only thing you're gonna hear me say is that's the job they chose. I'm not gonna say what I would do because I wouldn't choose that job.
Yeah.
I ain't got it to give.
I mean, I think that we're having our debating of what the officer should do isn't all wrong form anyway. We're the so-called the biggest industrialized country in the world, so to say. Every other industrialized country in the world don't have mass shootings.
We have half of the world's gun. That's why.
Yeah. How many mass shooting Canada have?
Count on one hand, probably.
How many mass shooting?
New Zealand.
New
Zealand. They have
England,
one.
Great Britain. How many? Because they have control over weapons. There.
But we keep letting them tell us this dumb story that we can't control guns, that we shouldn't control guns.
Because a good guy with a gun will stop a bad guy with a gun.
I mean,
where that happened at?
You know, not us, obviously, because we're not
So
buying
be the
that.
example.
Yeah.
I mean, I can give you. All right, y'all can finish.
I mean, so you know, like we don't. I mean, the country as a whole, or a small portion of the country, try to sell us that we shouldn't control guns. It's not going to do anything. That's a lie. Look at everybody else. A lot of people would be alive today.
I mean, that's clear. It's a clear fact. We have statistics to prove that.
But they keep
we can look across the border over to our Yay brothers over there in Canada. Our Yay brothers.
And my man just said today he just said, hey, look, we gonna stop this. We don't need people don't need the gun that fired the most rounds in a short amount of time, killing most people. He just said that today.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if we can tell women that they should be able to do, they shouldn't do what they want to do with their own bodies and what they want to do with when they're pregnant.
Sure.
We should be able to tell people what type of guns they can have.
The people
Or
in power in
make
this
the
country don't care
process
about women, bro.
Not so easy.
Yeah, the people in power in this country don't care about women, bro. Let's be clear. They don't.
These rifles are they're like I said, we shouldn't be walking around with these kind
I
of
have
guns,
two. Razor got one. I have homeboys that got 5, 6. The problem is they keep telling you that guns don't kill people, but people with the guns in their hands kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they keep blaming everything on mental health.
Would I ever take my AR out and storm a school? No. That will never happen.
Right.
But there's people around that's doing it, obviously. So to quell that problem is, I heard people say we should train teachers to have guns. Negative.
So a bunch of kids get shot in
They
crossfire.
go in there and kill little black kids when they get attitudes. We already see what they do to them when they just talking back to them in class. They get slammed on their neck, beat with chairs, pushed through windows. We see that. Imagine what they're gonna do to them when they got guns.
Or somebody get access to that bag.
Crack down on the process. Because
this dude said he was going.
You should have to be able to go through a psychological evaluation to get a gun. That was a hard word to get out.
Yeah, man. Maybe you should have one before you think about getting a gun too.
I mean,
they're gonna be like, absolutely not.
She can't even say it. Nope. Get out of
Somebody tell me this dude didn't even have a decent job. 18 years old, went to go buy.
First of all, you shouldn't be.
18.
He couldn't buy alcohol, but he can buy a weapon that can cause so much destruction.
But no, here's the story they're telling now.
He just can be able to buy cigarettes.
But here's what they're selling us now. Oh, you could join the military at 18. It's not the same thing, and stop saying that. It's not the same thing. The military is controlled. The environment's controlled.
Yeah, well, you still can't drink it
and you still can't drink even in the military at 18.
Yeah.
Even though
one of those countries at the law.
Even though folks probably used to.
We know it happens.
Well, you can do beer on certain
bases. Not discuss breaking the law. We're just talking about the law.
I'm telling you what used to happen and what probably still happens.
Yeah, we already know that. But we don't need. We ain't
got to debate that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
all we're saying is that the fact is the law said that this doesn't happen, and why is it happening?
18 years old picking up this you turn 18 and you want to go buy AR-15. How does that make sense to anybody?
Man, your little nerdy son that's been in the room getting beat up his whole school life, all of a sudden turned 18.
He went out and get an AR.
And he in the store buying an AR-15.
What do you think is going to happen?
What do you think exactly?
Come on, man.
Read these, Loli.
This is why I don't go anywhere my gun cannot go.
Hey,
I feel you.
Hey, guys, I have a question too.
How long I've been telling you this, Razor?
Forever.
so here's the next question for us. Now, we tackling certain parts of this conversation. If I'm a gun salesperson and an 18-year-old come in my store to buy AR-15, he's not getting it.
That's because you don't want to. You're not a businessman.
Because I'm a figure. I want to know. I'm probably have a conversation with him. Like, what's going on? What are you doing with this? Somebody got to. I mean,
in some states legally you can't turn him down.
You can't. Right. Exactly. You can't turn him down. But I'm saying though, morally, I think you should turn him down.
The law is
the
law.
The
law is the law.
The law is the law. But I mean, at some point, the law's not doing its job. Somebody got to do it.
That's like telling me that I'm not gonna say that.
I mean, it sounds a little, maybe far-fetched or whatever to do that. But I'm saying though,
they need to change the law.
Nobody's doing they just need to change the law. I can't, I can't tell somebody that the law said he's supposed to be able to buy a weapon that when he come in my store, I'm gonna just make a decision that, hey.
Yeah,
the law question.
I bet the person wish they would have not sold to him now.
I mean, of course, that's what the gun owner said. He wish he didn't, but that's
exactly
hindsight is 2020, and the law is the law.
Man, they sell these kids. They know.
If he didn't sell it to him, I'm sure somebody else would have sold it to him.
Yeah, come on, 18-year-old. If 18-year-old, they knew something was gonna happen. Come on, man. Eventually,
I don't think so.
There's a lot of 18-year-olds.
Go buy AR.
Yes, a lot of 18-year-old buy AR-15.
Something's wrong with that. Something's definitely wrong with that.
That's why they should change the law. That's what we're having. We can't.
I agree with that 100%. 100% they should change the law.
I can't say that I should sit here and turn down a sale. If you're in a business to make money, that's what they're doing. They're selling weapons to make money. On the other hand, we have Congress and the Senate that needs to make stricter rules and who can manage to be able to have guns. They can start penalizing gun companies for being able to making artillery that can be so easily accessed, can be so easily tampered with to change, to do rapid fire and do all this type of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they can do.
Down on it.
Yeah.
But guess what, though? These guys are bought and paid for, man. These guys are bought and paid for in Congress. Bought and paid for.
I mean,
You saying that like we don't know.
In case anybody hear me, bought and paid for. They in somebody's pocket.
The lobbyists,
Hey,
man.
I think bought and paid for is an understatement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know what comes off of bought and paid for, but I'm sure that's what they are.
I mean, they basically be traffic, bro. They be in traffic pretty much. That's what happened.
We could have ex-president. We have ex-president that was saying, hey, he was when he was going against the NRA before. Now they slap him with a little something in his pocket, and he's all for them now.
Bought and paid for. Bought and paid for. Yeah, all of
Listen,
them bought and paid for.
You know, the NRA seems like it's stronger than Congress, Senate, and the Supreme Court. I might need to go get me a roll over there.
Man, them guys, man.
Them boys seems like they more they got it more together. Read this, Lola.
Don't have school shootings. How sick is this country that it has become a trend to kill our children? This discussion should not be about guns. It should be about the sick people allowed to own guns.
Yeah.
I mean,
how about a psych eval when applying to own? See, that's what I should have said. I should have said psych and not try to say the whole word.
You had it psychological. You had it.
Can we mandate hate? We can't mandate hate in people's heart. So the only other thing you can do is mandate guns.
Control the weaponry.
You can't control how people hate. You can't control how they think, how they gonna maneuver. There's no way that we can do that. So
I mean, one guy went up there in Buffalo to go shoot a bunch of black people.
Exactly.
You know,
the only thing we can do is mandate the weapons that these guys can be able to do.
This other guy said, "I'm going to elementary school to shoot a bunch of kids."
Listen,
even shot his grandmother.
Right now, AR-15 ain't even the biggest problem because you got handguns that these fools that the only hope you're hoping is that it overheats because it's shooting so much rounds.
They put them extended clip in there.
90 round clip. They got arrow clips with 60, 70
the
rounds.
cops in New York that got shot up, extended clip is what they took to him. So it's crazy.
Yeah, they got like it's
man,
90
and they make
around it's going off.
And they're making more dangerous guns. They're just making more and more.
All in the sense of profit, man. It's like we don't care about our human lives, man, because we know these are weapons of destruction.
For real.
You know what Lou talking about right here? Talking about where I said I don't go nowhere.
Unless you can get in there with you.
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere my weapon can't go. I go to church. Last time I go to church, I had to burn on me. And they do mass in the church.
It happened in the church too. There's nowhere that they haven't done it yet.
You can't say it wouldn't happen here because it will happen everywhere.
Is there a place you could tell me, guys, that it hadn't happened yet?
Yeah.
Playground, church.
Mall, they say you ain't supposed to bring a gun in federal parks, but hey.
At this point, if they're gonna have them, you might as well take them everywhere. At this point, if people are gonna have it, you might as well take them everywhere.
I may have to be the good guy with a gun one day. Who knows? If I don't have it,
pray to God to work out because
the guy with a gun.
Pray to God to work out, boy, because it ain't been good lately.
I mean, I'm only attacking you if you ain't see me coming.
Hey, you got to be
if you got an AR-15 or you got any semi-automatic weapons, I'm not coming against you unless I have one myself.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, there's no aim. It's just spraying. That's it.
At that point, there's a high chance that there's no winning it at all.
Anything from here to here.
Yep.
Is in danger anyway.
In the lick of a few seconds, everything that's been sprayed. Yeah, man. You know, we gotta do something. I've been having this conversation a lot lately with my friends, and no, I really didn't want to go in a. I wanted to go serious, but I realized that if you take it too serious, then you won't be able to have the conversation as easy as
it can be serious to where you want to cry, man. It's got to be serious to where we got to put some levity in it sometimes, because I mean, you know, conversation is better digest that way. You can't be all crazy serious with it. But seriously though, you know, I know we all saying, you know, hey, they should have went in, but truth of the matter is, it just sounds like to me that the guys, they just didn't know what to do. They froze on the spot. They didn't know what to do. I mean, to wait that long, to wait that long out there, it just doesn't make sense. Other than they were scared, it just doesn't make any more sense. That's what I feel
personally happened.
This doesn't make any more sense.
Like I feel they got there, they saw the officer was gunned down. The officer might have said to them, "You got an AR-15 or he have a semi-automatic weapon," and you know that changed the whole thought of the process. It's a small city. Everybody realized that they aren't trained properly. I'm not giving them an excuse or anything. I'm just telling you the notion of facts that's coming to my head of how humans think. Everybody said that they will do stuff. You know, I realized even
some folks was trying to go in there though.
Yeah, they was trying. They were trying
to actually go in there.
They were stopped.
And parents are trying to get in there. So
I mean, I wouldn't let. I mean, they were gonna die.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let them go in there.
They weren't for that. They weren't trained for that. I
get
that part. But why did you stop the feds? Is the part I don't get.
And why the feds even listen? That don't make any sense to me.
And because
why would you even listen? What they're gonna do? Do what?
In charge.
Jurisdiction.
You know when you get there,
the
person that's in charge runs everything.
They couldn't stop them from going in if they wanted to go in. They couldn't
yes, they can. He did.
The chain of command.
The chain of command.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they physically want to go, they couldn't stop them. If they physically want to go in, they could go in.
I mean, these dudes are career goons. They end up actually going in there and do that. The feds are not gonna.
No, because they're not gonna do it.
They get that from somebody coming up.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you know, the thing with that is that I feel as
we need a Harry Bosch. We need a Harry Bosch out there. He'd have figured it out.
Bosch like to follow the rules sometimes. He only don't follow the rules when it affects him.
His military training would have kicked in. He went and did something.
The only time Bosch wants to go against the rules is when it affects him. If it ain't affecting him, Bosch want to go rules.
Listen, whatever. He would have figured them out.
All right, read this, Oli.
At this point, psych evaluations wouldn't even work unless it's made mandatory check-ins within certain time periods, because psych issue comes at any time of age. It's just scary days. I get that,
but psych ain't a lot of people ain't going out. Go ahead.
What they're saying with the psych eval is not you're gonna get the psych eval right when you're about to go buy the weapon. Yeah. It's usually these guys have previous issues before.
Exactly.
That should stop them from being able to get the weapon.
Right.
I don't care how much
torturing animals
and should be able to stop. What you were saying, OG?
No, I'm saying like the psych wouldn't necessarily help in certain cases.
Yeah.
Because the guy in Buffalo, I don't think he had any psych problems.
He was red flag.
I mean, yeah. With what? So I mean, he was reconning and stuff.
Yeah,
he was smart enough to get it done.
He was red flagged by the Fed, but I guess they didn't pass the information on to everybody else, or they deemed him as not.
They let him go. They kept him for like a day, like I think like a day. They kept him for and then let him go. So that's crazy.
You know, I mean, here's the thing. We don't want to say, because, you know, when the government start doing certain things, people are going to say they're infringing on our freedom.
Man, that's when they should infringe on. They should take those big guns away.
Everybody went crazy about, even me. I complain. Ella, big up yourself. I complain about being held up in the airport with all this stuff that I feel like deemed unnecessary. But obviously, it's necessary because we had guys that went in airplanes.
After 9/11, it became necessary.
Yeah.
It became necessary.
And
I embrace it.
Yeah, I mean, I still get upset when I'm going through the airport. I'm like, because every airport have different standards.
Tell you what, pay for TSA pre-check.
Yeah,
and you good.
You
good.
You go through Miami, they want you to take your computers out your bag. You go through Norfolk, they like, man, put the computer under your neck if you feel like
it. If you're in Texas, they want to see your passport. If you're in Texas, they want to see your passport. You're down by the border.
It's definitely different because
they want to make sure you're in a Blaxican.
Hey, I was down there working. They were like citizenship, and I'm so slow. So I was like, I want to say Jamaican, but
they should have said muchos grande.
Hey, Hey, no. I mean American citizen. Accident.
Yeah, pre-check is life.
Pre-check is the way to go. I gotta check. I
I
gotta
don't
check
even,
my
I'm not
expiration too.
into the I'm not even gonna say it's a blame game thing.
No,
I
I
think
mean
it's
that's just
clear
one man.
loss of what needs to be done. I think
Mhm.
everybody have different feelings. A lot of my friends don't feel like they should be in the checks on guns. They feel like you should build a task force, as if there's not one, for school shooting. There is one.
We have plenty. We have too many
Can't stop
task forces. We have too many
Yeah.
task forces. We don't
They
need another
can't
one.
stop it. The only way we can stop it is to take what they use to do it out of their
Exactly.
hand. That's
If
the
they
only
don't have
way it's
any
gonna
long
stop.
guns, exactly. If
Listen.
they're not available,
Congress is gonna pass laws. Probably. Well, if Congress pass laws, they're probably gonna pass laws of
I don't have any hope right now for that.
taking down how many rounds you can put in the AR, taking down how rapid fire can be on the AR, and we're still gonna have shootings. It might
Somebody
go down.
gonna modify it.
Yeah,
And,
it might even go down some, but it's still gonna happen. What
Yeah.
needs to happen is you got to take those weapons out of the reach of people for them not to be able to use it.
we're gonna
And
keep
do we want to
having
do
them.
that? I don't want to give my 2 ARs up. I spent thousands of dollars.
But you would if it's gonna protect the kids and protect people.
Yeah, I spent $1,000. I spent almost $3,000 on one of mine
Yeah.
by doing all type of nonsense to it. I wanted to look pretty.
And like Lewis saying, most of these shooters, they are between 18 and 25.
Yeah.
And white.
Why we can't figure that out? This last one wasn't.
I mean,
Most of them are.
yeah, you know that's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
White.
Like this is
stand correct.
insane that we are living in this world. Like
The
Now,
only
what's
country,
insane
man.
is-
The
What's
only country.
insane is there's a
that's not
clear
well.
there's a clear source of action to take, and they won't take it. That's
not
what's
going to
insane.
happen.
That's
Why?
like me waking up in the morning, breaking bottles and putting right at my feet bed. Wake up and jump up, step on the bottom. Ah, God, I'm gonna cut my feet again, and then do the same thing tomorrow night and think I ain't gonna cut my feet when I jump on the broken bottles when I jump out of bed.
right.
That's insane.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Insane.
That's insane. It just doesn't make any sense. And we keep sitting here listening to these jerks on TV tell us the same thing. Oh, we shouldn't, there's nothing we could do. We couldn't stop. And it's like saying we shouldn't stop one shooting. We shouldn't stop one person from dying.
First of all, 18-year-olds shouldn't be able to have AR-15.
You shouldn't get up on your 18th birthday and go buy one. That's what I'm saying.
Not even that. The laws that you should be able to do whatever the law say you could do. But
So
they
they
need
should
to change the law and say that he
Fix the
can't.
law.
An 18-year-old shouldn't be able to buy a semi-automatic weapon.
Matter of fact, they should stop selling them. Period. How about that?
You know, that's something too. You know,
I mean, they had a ban. They let it expire
yeah, of course. They was losing money. What's the most famous gun in
because they
America?
bought and paid for.
Do me a favor, man. We already got there. They're past that, OG. We gotta find a new word.
No, they bought and paid for
They
until they
passed,
get
bought, and
it.
paid for, man.
I need
What's the
some.
most popular gun in America, OG? Google it.
Probably AR.
Yeah, it's rough out there, people. I don't know. It's very rough. It's very rough. Very, very, very rough, man.
Yeah, it's rough out there.
I don't know. I don't know what to say at times. I don't even know what the right decision is to do because I don't want to give up my guns and I don't want to force people to give up their guns. But I'm tired of waking up almost every day and having to look at stuff like this.
Right.
And having to wonder why we ain't doing something to stop this nonsense from happening. Why the last 2 shootings have happened by, like Lou said, young men that shouldn't be able to have weapons in the first place.
So the Glock is the most popular gun.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most
But America's rifle is the AR.
Yeah,
Glock 19.
that's
America's rifle is AR. Yeah,
that's what I meant to say. I meant to say what's the most popular semi-automatic weapon in America.
AR.
Because the Glock is the most popular gun in the world.
Yeah,
not just America. I don't know, guys. This is a battle
I
that
think it's sad.
we're never
It's
going to
gonna be
win.
a battle.
Yeah,
it's
we
bad.
can't win
And
this.
and we're the people who is hurting are the people who are losing the battle.
Yeah, I just think this country's so lost right now when it comes to this issue that it's it's just something that nobody has the will, the guts, or the gumption to deal with in a real substantive way. That's gonna make a difference in people's life. I mean, all we're gonna hear is, the Second Amendment as if it's all it's just all almighty. That's it. Nothing should even be done about it. It's like saying they used to put bad stuff in our food that would maybe give us cancer or make us sick over time. That we shouldn't change that. That doesn't make any sense to me. You grow, you learn, you evolve. You know what doesn't work and what works. And we know having these guns on the street is not working.
It's clear.
We know it's not working.
It's clear.
I mean, look at other countries, like America, in the industrialized world. I mean, they don't have
none of this bull crap.
They don't have any of these issues. Yeah, I mean,
they have one every once in a blue moon.
Yeah, I mean, if since 10 years, 20 years, people haven't had a mass shooting, how can we look at that and say, oh, it doesn't work?
It doesn't work. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. That's nonsensical. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand saying that to people. I just don't understand saying that to people.
So I guess it's up to the people of the United States of America if they want change to vote, and people
gotta vote them out, bro.
Make the change.
Gotta vote them out. But we're so like you always say, people, they don't go out and look for information, and they're not, when it comes to election, they don't pay attention, or they don't vote. If it's not a presidential election, they don't vote necessarily.
They're skipping it.
Yeah, they just
nothing. Vote every time.
So
and do your research so that you can be informed.
We're choosing or not choosing people that's representing us. So if you go out, you're still choosing. If you go out, if you don't go out, you're still choosing. So it's up to you. I had
a friend ask me the other day if it was a couple of weeks ago where they had the little county stuff inside of the county where he was voting for. And he's like, bro, you go vote every time they vote. I said, every time I know that they vote, I go vote.
I got my card in the mail. I'm reading up on the issues now.
I mean, why not
find out?
Sometimes these people come to they come to my house. I have a long conversation with this lady the other day. She came
knock on the door.
Ironically, it was a white lady pushing for me to vote for a black woman. She was, I was going, conversating with her because I'm telling her, whether it's Democrat or Republicans, nobody's holding anybody accountable for anything.
Exactly.
And she's basically saying the common sense thing of we don't have enough people to hold anybody accountable. She's like, they can't run amok on Joe Manchin because they need him for certain things. So if they tell him he ain't Democrat no more, then he go over to the Republican, then they're in charge. And I'm like, well, seems like they're in charge right now.
I mean, the issue is we just got a dumb government. I mean, let's just be clear about that. Nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to hear. We just got a dumb government. Yeah, the Constitution was brilliant in certain aspects, but in certain aspects, it's right now it's becoming weak and irrelevant now.
The Constitution was for back then when they were kings and queens.
Right now it's weak and irrelevant. Right now it's weak and irrelevant right now.
Right.
Just because your girlfriend tell you a black king, that don't mean you was a king.
Exactly. Exactly. Right now it's weak and irrelevant. That's all I'm saying. I want to be a black king.
Well, yeah, so I mean, I'm about to text that out tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, some of them hot right now. This fool out here break. Yeah, not because you tell him he a king don't mean he won.
Exactly.
And we don't fall for that no more, lady. Talk about Grand Rising Black King.
Hey, listen,
I know you said that the 5 N-words this morning.
I'm a regular guy.
They're gonna take me back and be like, take me out the rotation.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a regular guy. I don't need that. I don't need you to blow my head up. I'm good. I don't need that.
Yeah. Call me a black joker.
I'm gonna catch him off guard though. I'm gonna be like, "Good morning, beautiful."
Hit him with you gotta hit him with "Good morning, Black Prince." Yeah. Whoa.
Like, wait a minute. Who is this?
Yeah. You gotta hit him with that. Good morning, Black Prince. Whoa. What happened to Black King? Oh, you ain't made it there yet.
Had to drop you down a notch.
Yeah, man. I definitely think this government has failed people, man. And there's I mean, right now, this country right now is just kind of you know, just kind of
do over.
just moving around, you know, slow. It's like a slow road to friggin' destruction almost. It's like a slow road. Yeah. You know, it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, basically.
We're on the verge of probably having a dictatorship in the next few years.
Yeah, because that guy tried.
People are looking at it like that'll never happen.
No,
it almost happened.
But guess what? The people that claim freedom are the ones that
pushing
We're so dumb. Like
I can't understand that for the life of me. You want freedom, but yet you're the one that's pushing this funny thing.
Right.
The same dummies that tell they want our free America back is pushing for a guy to be able to tell them what to do.
I mean, what is bring America back? I mean, what does that even mean? Does it mean put Lola and Sean and Sharpman in some friggin', you know, camp or something?
Camp
what does it mean? Like, what does it really mean?
To pick cotton, it ain't gonna happen.
Baby,
I can't do the picking cotton. I sweat too much. I wouldn't make it.
Movies, they would have had to kill me.
I tell you what, y'all better take all these ARs out of rotation before y'all decide to try and do that. That's all I gotta say.
I don't care what they leave in rotation. Pea shooter, whatever, they're gonna catch it.
It ain't happening.
Pew pew, it's a 22.
Exactly. If it's even that.
These guys are crazy, man. You know, I don't know, but I don't know, brothers and sisters out there. AGP fam, I don't know. I really don't know what to say.
It's rough, man. I don't think,
you know.
I mean,
we all have ideas what needs to be done,
but it's not one answer, though, right?
Yeah, there's not
one answer. It's a multi-layered approach, and they keep acting like it's one thing. They keep that's how they fool us. They keep acting like it's one thing.
Listen, half of America ain't going for gun reform. We see it, even Democrats. Because I know many of people who would never vote Republican. I don't want any type of gun reform. They don't want it. You know, they don't want it at all.
I heard a guy complain the other day, congressman, talk about something. Well, you know, if they start doing background checks and stuff, you know, I'm not gonna be able to give my nephew a gun or give my, you know, or lend my gun to a neighbor to go lend my gun to a neighbor so they could go defend themselves again. Like, what is going on there?
Who was that? That idiot Mo Brooks?
No, that's the one from Texas with the patch on his eye.
Oh.
What? You know, I can't loan my gun to somebody. You
know what bothered me about him? that you know, he tried.
He was a military man.
Yeah, as a big military man, but he disgusts me, and that just shows you what happens in the military, man.
Yeah. We have a bunch of them, bro. I went on the base this morning, man. I drove on the base this morning, go pick up my allergy meds. Guy to look at my ID card. I was like, I just feel the vibe coming off of him.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the heat coming off of him. I was like, man.
That's crazy.
See what I like to do to people like that? Because I still know people in the military. And they're very high up. So I like to do with people like that is, especially if they're not civilians, I like to look at their names. And then I go tell my buddy, there's some dude at the gate. Last name's Gaines. Made me feel like a real N-word. Kind of sound like he said it too. Not sure. I'm not positive.
No, he actually said it, but I felt like he did.
Yeah, I'm hearing things.
I saw his eyes rolling in the back of his head. Yeah, he was calculating it.
And then you report them fools. You know, one thing I've learned about from being in the military is I put a stop to your career. If you want to make your 20-year career happy, it's for me not to go put reports in on you.
Oh yeah,
and boy, I ain't afraid to do it. Mm-hmm. From they taught me that's all I gotta do is mess with people's career. Okay.
I testified one time in a UCMJ process, and that guy didn't last. He was gone. Using the N-word and spitting on folks.
Oh man.
Yeah, but he got his stuff tore up and he got kicked out.
Nobody broke his jaw?
Oh yeah, he got what he's looking for, and then I had to go testify against him.
Man,
yeah,
I remember this one. He was cool though, man. I don't know why.
There was some bad stuff going on in the military. People don't realize it, man. There's some bad stuff going on.
I gave him a warning. I'm like, bro, listen.
Yeah,
say the N-word again.
No, my guy didn't even give him a warning. He had one time, that was it.
He was cool.
Yeah, one time.
So I was trying to be
You were trying to help him out.
Yeah, I was trying to be mature. And he was like, I've been saying the N-word my whole crack. Nah, I'm in trouble.
Listen. Hey, listen, I wasn't always this thoughtful when it comes to that kind of stuff. Let's just be clear about that.
Still ain't thoughtful when it comes to
I mean,
say,
today you might get one chance. Today you might get one chance.
If you 95 years old.
Today you might get one chance.
N-word and you white, cracking your jaw.
Actually, you know something? Actually, I don't even have time for that, actually. To be honest with you, I don't even have time. I don't even have time to even discuss anything with anybody like that anyway. We're not even in the same group that we even talk anyway, so
no,
you wouldn't get a response from me.
The thing is that you don't really know these people. You run into them in the stores. You run into them at
I realize that. I realize that.
Please keep me out of all situations.
I remember my last kind of running with one was in here's the store disrespecting breaks off of this black girl.
I can't. Yeah, see,
I
can't stand to watch that though.
I was hair hustling because I wasn't sure what was going on. Because in Virginia, it's always see black women with white men around here. Yeah. So I just thought that it was a couple in the store arguing.
Yeah.
And when I'm air hustling, I see another brother over there air hustling too. So I came around the corner. I'm like, yo, you all right? She started telling me what's going on. He don't even realize the brother behind him put this whole, I don't know if he was going to pick up the cart and hit him with the cart or what, but he was taking his groceries back out of the car and putting them on the shelf.
He probably said, I'm not going to be able to finish the shopping. That's what he's saying. He's saying once you get on, it's done.
Out of here, so I might as well put that shit back.
He said once you get it on, it's done.
I'm like, he like, she think this and she think that. And I'm like, yeah, so what's the reason that you calling her bees and all of this? And she's like, he called me a dumb N-word. And I'm like,
wait a minute.
You trying to send me to jail? I ain't heard him say that, but be like, I didn't say that. Like, man,
you kind of quick, huh, bro? You kind of defensive, huh?
He said he ain't say that part.
We had a little conversation that he thought he was tough for a few, but then slowly started realizing that he wasn't that tough.
He said, I did call her the B word, but I didn't say the rest of that.
I didn't say the N word. I got a lot. You know what pissed me off? I got a lot of black friends.
Oh my, I'm so tired of that one.
Boy, don't get you out of here.
You don't get out of here. That's like dummy. That's like Orange here talking about something. There got my black friend over there.
I got a lot of white friends too, but I still eat crackers and cheese.
Hey.
But yeah, man.
People
we talked about Monique earlier, guys. I don't know what's wrong with Sister Monique, man. I just feel like
she gotta pull it back, just chill. Just chill. I mean, she's obviously smart. Just pull back and chill. Just let it go. Get a better publicist or something. I don't know. Get a better publicist so they can negotiate a better contract for you or something. I'm not sure where the breakdown is, but whatever it is, it's not what you're doing right now, lady. It ain't that. That ain't it.
The game up on you. Don't be mad at him.
That ain't it. He didn't even do nothing. My man just tried to get his.
Get the job.
Yeah. I mean, I heard a lot of the comedians saying because they trying not to pick.
They trying not to fry.
Yeah. So they like, I mean, as long as the money wasn't being messed with, whoever go, they're like, is this an ego thing? As long as the money ain't being messed with, I'm going on.
That's the main line right there.
Yeah, money is still the same. I'm going on the stage.
Well,
if the contract was right,
highest paid entertainer, something.
But that's probably what she upset about. And she talking about accolades. We don't even want to talk about accolades. Bro, you comedians. Nobody care if you want an Oscar or a Grammy. You ain't telling jokes in your Oscar or your Grammys. You on the stage telling jokes. Nobody cares about your accolades over there.
So it's about ego then. And
you want to know if you're funny or not.
Yeah, it's definitely. Want to know if
it's an ego thing.
Laugh, make me laugh and clap these cheeks later because I done paid $85 for these.
Oh man.
I paid $85 for these tickets. I had to buy snacks. I'm I'm trying to clap these cheeks afterwards. You know, you out here talking about the black woman's plight now. I know.
And if I went to that show, I'd be like,
mad when y'all leave.
Yeah.
Now I gotta act like DL wrong. I can't believe he attacking a black woman. Ain't he though?
Now you got to play the role with your boo to get some. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
What they're talking about, man. I can't believe DL. In your mind, you're really saying, man, what just happened?
Yeah, she wild, man.
I've been exercising all week.
Getting ready.
Oh man. I don't know, man. But what else we got to tackle before we get out of here? That's not true, Lola. Don't tell people that. See, what be happening is people don't be being real. I like to tell the truth of the story. The truth of the story is ain't nobody buying, expensive comedic ticket, no expensive show ticket, and we ain't trying to clap them cheeks.
Hey,
I guess gotta be a short thing, huh?
Yeah, and if you might know, sometimes you going out on a limb,
That's a big gamble.
Yeah. But the end goal
is to get them cheeks. If it's your girl,
at what part of the night do you figure, well, is it gonna go or not?
The part of the night where Monique ain't weaponizing black
Ooh, that's when the night went wrong.
Yeah, every night you ain't. When you see her when she laid back and laughing, and now she up talk about amen, girl. You like what?
You look around the whole audience, all the ladies in the audience, like
you like there goes my money.
This night's not gonna go how I thought it was gonna go.
You in the car and put your hand on her leg and start. But every time y'all see a black woman leg, you want to touch it. Dropping you off right home. Hey, when they say
put your hands on 10 and 2.
10 and 2.
You in the car like, yeah, that was it. That clear sign right there. It's over.
I'm sure she ruined a lot of night. Ruined a lot of night that night there.
You know that. I would say that we don't know the whole story.
Well, we definitely don't.
We can assume.
We can do the math.
Yeah,
it's not very difficult math, by the way.
We're not gonna do Razor's math.
Yeah,
because his 1 + 1 made 6.
This not algebra or calculus or geometry or anything like that. I don't know. This just.
I don't know if he had no more ones to carry over, but mine stopped it too.
I don't know about the remainder, boy.
Yeah, but But yeah, man. I was watching the news, and I have a stark realization that America. I'm trying to say this nice, so
you didn't want to say S-hole country.
Yeah, that's how you start getting the realization, because I'm watching the world news, and you start seeing that 10 years ago, when the people looked at America with pride and respect, you realizing that it's not that way anymore.
Well, they used to say the shining city on the hill, I guess.
Yeah, people are starting to look at America like,
what are y'all doing?
WTF?
What are y'all doing? Y'all the most advanced, one of the most advanced country in the world. A lot of people died from COVID, more than in the friggin' Spanish flu era.
Bruh.
Come on, man. And then
I'm telling you.
Now we had this mass shooting. I mean, we just got a bunch of stuff that's just wrong in this place.
When
then you got people trying to take it for the country.
When my great grandkids look back and say, I wonder if our granddad is one of the dummies.
I'm gonna have to leave a note saying I was not one of the dummies.
Yeah, time capsule. 8 or 9 years from now, kids pull this out and show the grandkids that I was
like, it'd be like Shotman, aka Rod.
Still,
OG,
2035, and I'm still wearing my mask. Look, kids.
I was not one of the dummies. I did not sign up for this crap.
It's crazy, man. I don't know. I do realize that the so-called free country doesn't seem like it want to be free anymore. and that whole experiment that they did in the 1800s.
It's about to fail, or it's on the verge of. It's on the verge. It's close to the edge.
It's at a tipping point.
Oh, you know what's going to be the issue? 2024. A lot of these folks are taking over these states' election system.
Yeah,
the folks that were
the
celebrating the big lie.
Yeah,
so if they get a chance to overturn something, they will. And we'll be sitting here like dummies looking at them saying, "Oh, why they do that?"
And my problem is, why isn't the Justice Department doing more? Or maybe they're doing a lot that we're not seeing. Maybe they're behind the scenes. But I need to know that y'all doing something.
Y'all need to be.
But the thing is, unless we have a federal law for elections, these guys are gonna, this state by state, they're gonna do whatever they want in 20-something states.
Here's what needs to happen, and this is just a big fact. What they need to do is get rid of the Electoral College, make DC a state, and make Puerto Rico a state.
They should trash that. Yeah,
that's exactly. That's what needs to happen. You need to be 52 states in the United States right now.
Yep.
Need to be DC and Puerto Rico need to be 51 and 52.
And popular vote.
Yep, and get rid of the Electoral College.
Does it mean you get the most vote, but you don't get to win? Where does that happen at?
Why do 10,000 people in Montana can tell about 40, 50 million people in California that their votes is the same as theirs? Why does that make sense?
They doing razor math.
Who would have thought?
Big up Rizza with the big butts. Big up Rizza.
Who would have thought?
Only he can make that math work.
That's what's been going on this whole time, right under our noses.
Yes.
But that's insane, though, right? That they just, whoever worked out that math, they genius.
Listen, man.
Straight up genius. Straight up genius.
They got to be genius because the people that fell for it are a bunch of jackasses.
It's crazy.
They did some kind of special math.
Man, that's
there.
what they need to do. Get rid of the Electoral College, make DC and Puerto Rico states.
Yeah, I understood the part about representation and everything else, and that one place to be overrepresented. But if we have more people, we have more people.
That's a fact. And you don't get to tell us, I don't want 10 people. 10 people representation shouldn't be the same as 30 million people.
Exactly.
It shouldn't. That's like, that's why when we're in the middle of COVID, the minority was dictating what the rules were for what you're supposed to do. While the majority was saying, yes, let's keep masks on our kids, let's keep ourselves masked in buildings, the minority was telling you that you're gonna inhale bad breath and carbon monoxide breathing out.
You need to floss. That's what's wrong with you. That's why your breath bad. Go floss.
Hey, I need to check Jordan Kepler.
Some of them, they need way more than that, baby.
They need a breath lift.
They got some problems.
They need
a treatment plan.
They got breast lift. They need breath lift.
But that's the thing, though, right? The peoples, if we look at that whole situation, so the 25 counties with the most people that passed away are Republicans. 5%, and 5 counties are Democratic. Now, the 25 counties most people vaccinated are Democratic with 5 Republicans. So,
what does that tell us?
Somebody do the math for me.
not raises math.
No, this is the real math here.
1 + 1 math.
This is the 1 + 1 math. It just doesn't make sense overall. Just how this whole thing's sorted out or where we're going right now. It just doesn't make sense. We're not going in a good direction.
Nope.
That's all I'm saying.
That's a fact.
And anybody that thinks we are, I got something to sell you.
I want to sell them some middle fingers. That's what I really want to sell. But here we are. Guys, good night tonight. We'll be back here Thursday. We wasn't casting judgment on Monique.
Dude.
All we were saying was,
giving different points of views.
Common denominator.
Yeah.
When you find a common denominator, you usually solve the problem. Whether it's 6, 8, 4, 9, 10, Monique. Find a common denominator. You usually, isn't that how it works in school?
It's a way to the solution. It's a way to the solution. That's your start. Once you figure that out, you can start to work the problem.
Exactly. So, and with the school shooting, don't get me wrong. From what I was saying, you know, I was playing devil's advocate, but at the
But
same
we have
time,
to. I mean, we have to see different
um,
points. We have to see different points. Otherwise,
you know,
we're not going
my
to stand
kids
it.
was in the building and somebody was shooting kids. Of course, I'd want them to run
Yeah.
in and save my kids.
Well, and somebody said some
Yeah.
lady snuck around the back and got her kid out.
Yeah, and I
You
wouldn't want to hear no story about anybody being scared. But at the end of the day, I have to look at
I
what
wouldn't
units are.
even want to have the discussion seriously.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to have the discussion.
And if you want changes in America, I guess you got to go out there and vote.
Got to vote, man. We leave them in there every year in, year out. We leave them in there. They work hard for the job that they don't want to do.
If you leave them to make the decisions for you, obviously they're gonna make ones that you don't want for you. That they're gonna tell women what they can do with their bodies. They're gonna tell you that no mandates for shots to save you from a pandemic, but stop women from doing what they want to do with their body. That math that doesn't add up to me.
Jump through a bunch of hoops to try to take your own body, but then you let somebody walk around the corner and go pick up a big gun.
Yeah. Yeah, but guys, how could I almost forget?
No, he's not.
How could I almost?
No, he's not, Lola. Lola, what you doing, Lola?
How
no,
could
Lola.
I almost forget?
No, he's not, Lola. Somebody.
I must show my boo, the apple of my life, the delight of my world.
Somebody stop it.
Not the delight of your world. Oh wow.
He upped it, huh?
Yeah, he upped it on that one.
The chocolate in my M&Ms and Snicker bar, you know.
Yes, it's
Miss
gone
Coco
up.
Jones.
It's gone up. It's gone up.
I can't go without shouting the boo out. Come on, man. Y'all know better than that.
We're not mad at you. We're not mad at you, man.
We're here with the AGP team. We're here with Lola B, Sharp Mizzle, Razor. We're here. Demby, Cherie. Shout out to Cherie and the fam. Big up yourself.
I can't in the building.
Can't wait to see
Shout
y'all
out.
here soon. We out.